You're listening to New Retirement Radio, brought to you by the team at Prout Financial Design.
Hello, I'm your host, Certified Financial Planner, Dennis Prout.
I'm Heidi Cartwright, Financial Advisor and RICP.
Advisors associated with Prout Financial Design may be either 1. Registered representatives with and securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC, and investment advisor representatives of Integrated Partners, a registered investment advisor, or 2. Solely investment advisor representatives of Integrated Partners, a registered investment advisor and not affiliated with LPL Financial. Investment advice offered through Integrated Partners, a registered investment advisor. Integrated Partners and Prout Financial Design are separate entities from LPL Financial. Dennis Prout and Nathan Prout are solely investment advisor representatives of Integrated Partners and are not affiliated with LPL Financial. The opinions voiced in this show program are for general information only and are not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual. To determine which strategies or investments may be suitable for you, consult the appropriately qualified professional before making a decision.
WTCM News Talk 580. Welcome aboard. It's New Retirement Radio with Prout Financial Design, starring Mr. Dennis Prout. Good morning, sir.
It's so good to be here. Thank you, Ron. Wow, I was just thinking as you were introducing me, I don't even know how many years this has been that we've been doing this. I started back with Norm Jones probably 18, 19 years ago. I'm not even sure
back
when
like
he was
when
here.
you were
It's when he started his morning show.
When you were in your 20s, I think you started
I was so young. Yeah. I had hair back then. I don't know what happened. Well, that other voice you hear is Bob Simpson, now retired. Retired district manager of Northern Michigan Social Security Administration. Now, you've been retired now for a whole, what?
About 3 months.
3 months.
You know, I get to listen to you guys twice now. Live and
crazy.
On Saturday. It's
Ron,
great.
Some people are just plain crazy.
Double the knowledge.
Yes.
I need double the knowledge. Help me out here.
Well, you probably need that to figure out what the heck we were saying anyway. Sometimes we can confuse ourselves on this show. It is great to have you here listening with us. Good morning. Thursday morning, April 17th. And as I wrote that out, I said, I actually wrote tax season. I'm done with you. You're sacked. Now, that's from All Creatures Great and Small, in case you don't recognize that.
I didn't recognize
I think people are ready to be done with tax season. So good to have it in the rearview mirror for most of us.
Definitely.
Yes. Go away. We don't want to see you no more. Well, if you do have a question of a financial nature, before I introduce everyone, if you would, Ron.
You can phone us or you can text us. It's the same number both ways. 231 area code 947-0023, 947-0023.
Thank you, Ron.
Text or phone.
Appreciate it. So Heidi Cartwright, our own RICP and Managing Director, is here with us.
Good morning. It's a pleasure to be here, and I'm excited having Bob on the show.
Yeah, can we fix your mic? Can you say that again?
I said, good morning.
Good morning.
And it's a pleasure to be here. And welcome, Bob.
Oh,
That's what
thank
I
you,
said.
Echoes are gone. Now, she's sitting on the opposite side, in case for those of you who really want to know. So Bob over here to my right.
Yes.
And Heidi over here to the left. And it's, I don't know, you call it a trifecta, but anyway, we'll try to ease some of the confusion out there about Social Security. And honestly, we had a great discussion on Monday about the issues related to Social Security. And, dude, you're on top of it still.
There you go.
You still got it.
Still got it.
You're still swinging and hitting that ball. Yes? Say what? Oh, yeah, I won't forget Beth. I know she's back there. So they're just concerned that how confused is Dennis? Yes, I do see you back there. Beth Sharon, Director of Marketing. Good morning, Beth.
Good morning.
Great to have you here with us.
She's not even at the table. She's in the comfy chairs back in the background there.
Lounging
someday I'll get
area.
to get back there. We'll kick you back there as soon as we can there, Dennis. Yes, anyway, so yesterday we did a class. We had a class, how to invest in down markets, and there were some questions about tariffs too, which we may get here to today, although I doubt it. All we know is that they're still in existence, and they're being adjusted. And I guess they're meeting with Japan as we speak here this morning. We'll see what happens. Uncertainty reigns today.
Sure.
REIGNSMOUSE. So, Bob, thank you so much for coming on. Now, I want to read the intro here. I thought it was interesting. We send out an email blast, and the headline is Whither Social Security. Today's show will feature special guest Bob Simpson. By the way, did you see this, Bob?
I did see it.
I
saw
thought it
this
was great.
morning. Yes, I was laughing.
Good.
Nice job, you guys.
The star of the local security scene who kept his shirt on and was still famous. That's what I thought was good anyway.
Very good.
Yeah, the fact that we were able to lure him out of his recent retirement to come on and speak to us about security is a gift in and of itself, which we think you'll love. So there you have it. We talked about a lot of different things, and for those, again, of you who want to contact us or text us, they're certainly welcome here this morning. Bob Simpson, retired Northern Michigan District Manager, and also you graduated from Hope College.
Hope College, right.
Imagine that.
Yeah, it's
So
great
did our
school.
oldest son. Very good school for him as well.
Yes.
Now, issues. First of all, the fears that have been going on about collecting. Let's discuss some of the major issues we're seeing in the news first about Social Security. There have been some question about people being able to actually collect their benefits. Could you tell us about that?
Right. What all this is about is they're talking about privacy, and they're talking about fraud, and they think everything's getting defrauded. Social Security is getting defrauded, and there are all fraudsters out there. There are people that do that. There are criminals out there. So I can assure you that your benefits are there. And Social Security wants you to go to your My Social Security account. So if you don't have one, you need to go. You need to go to our website, socialsecurity.gov.
Or SSA.gov.
SSA.gov. And you'll log in. When you log in, you'll do it through login.gov. And it's tough to get in. And it's a reason it's tough because we don't want people to get in who shouldn't be there. So go in, get your account, take a look what's there. And if you're receiving benefits, there's nothing you need to do. You're going to receive benefits. You're just going to keep right on going.
You're already receiving benefits.
You're
so
already
those will
receiving.
continue.
They will continue, exactly.
Now, what about this heightened security you mentioned? Who is that for specifically? Now, there was a news blip that occurred a couple weeks ago that Ron had been reading regarding, people being out the door in lines having to confirm their information.
Right.
Who specifically is that for?
Well, what the Social Security Administration has changed their policy a little bit, and they did that on Saturday. And I keep up with it because I look at the press releases and I get emails from Social Security. That's how I'm able to keep up on it. What they were saying was that if you're filing for retirement, then you would need to file in person. You couldn't do it over the phone. But they've since changed that. You can still file over the phone. You can still file over the computer. We want you to do that because it's very simple to do. And what we're doing, what Social Security is going to do, is they're going to take a look at the computer, and if there's some anomalies going on, if things don't look right, then Social Security is going to call you and say, hey, you need to come in and we need to verify your identity. And they're thinking there's only about 70,000 that they're going to need to do that.
Okay, so they don't, just to back that up a minute, so if they cannot confirm, for whatever reason, the information that you're inputting or attempting to do to file for your benefits,
for your retirement,
then they'll ask you to come in and they'll stop
identify
that process,
you.
and or they'll contact you and to be able to positively identify. So,
correct.
Okay.
They're going to say, hey, you filed the other day, and you're going to say, yeah, I did. Then they'll say, well, we need to verify you. We're just taking precautions to make sure you are you.
Yes.
Because there are the fraudsters out there.
Yeah, so the security, we all know what that's about in terms of computer systems and all the rest, the double form of security that, you got to file, you got to log in your number, but many times they may hit your cell phone
Right.
with a confirmation number that you have to input as well to get into their site.
Yes.
So
Secondary
it's a double
authentication. Yes.
secondary
Yes.
authentication.
I
yes.
love that, by the
So
way.
do I. I think it
I
makes
do
sense.
love it.
Especially when it comes to this much money being
Yeah.
funded for retirees.
Right.
So that's all that's about. Mm-hmm. Anything
But
else you want to say?
bottom line is, when you're dealing with Social Security, give us a call. Try to do it online on your My Social Security account first.
All right.
And most of the time that is going to be successful. But if you're not comfortable with that, give us a call. 800-772-1213. From 8 in the morning to 7 at night. You can call that number.
Now, I've also heard that the wait times have really increased on that number.
Yes, they have. And the reason they have is because Social Security is in the news every hour, right, Ron? I think every hour we are in the news. So people are nervous. And they're saying, oh my gosh, is Social Security going to be there? Yes, it's going to be there for you. And the politicians, both sides, all sides, they want clickbait. They want to panic people. Don't panic people. Just find out what the facts are. If you go to socialsecurity.gov, you'll see the press releases. You'll be able to log into your account. You'll be able to see that, yes, my benefits are there.
Okay. That's helpful. So, when filing, most of the issues that one might encounter are around the filing process or changing a deposit,
Right.
correct?
Yes, if you're changing, now that's one thing that they said, okay, if you're going to do a direct deposit, if you're going to change direct deposit, you will need to come into the office with
So,
that.
like if you're changing banks,
Yes,
that
you're
would be
changing-
an example.
That exactly. And most people don't change their banks. They just keep it going. And if they do need to change their bank, then what I would urge them to do is give Social Security a call and say, hey, I need to change my bank. And what they'll probably do is make an appointment for them and have them come in. Old account, new account, boom. Driver's license, boom, they're done.
And that's just to protect the individual from some kind of fraud hack,
Yes.
right?
Yes. With AI, I mean, I'm sure they can imitate Dennis's voice. Dennis's lovely voice. AI could come in and say, hey, I'm Dennis Prout. And then next thing you know, hey, I'm changing Dennis's Social Security or his direct deposit information. We don't want that to happen.
Yeah.
No one wants that to happen.
So it's another form of confirmation when you're
Correct.
making significant changes, especially related to deposit or you're actually collecting benefits.
Correct.
Those are the two biggies.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Ron.
Relevant text message from an actual listener. I received my first Social Security check last week. Don't scare people away. It was easy. Yes, they were thoroughly that it was me, but no big deal. My complaint is the national helpline took about 2 lifetimes to get a person. The local
Yeah.
the local TC office less, but they were kind enough to talk to me.
Good.
So it was
That's good. I mean, that's 99% of what Social Security does is that person. Is there a problem where we mess up? Yeah, there is. But most people, everything is handled.
Yeah, honestly, I can't think of a better time to have you on here, Bob. I really appreciate it because to me this is gold. If we can get rid of some of the misconceptions about what's
Right.
happening with Social Security,
Right.
obviously it's important to everybody as it relates to retirement. We were talking to others about that in terms of income. So let's we got that. I think we're done. The reality is there are fewer employees as well.
That
at
is
Social
correct.
Security.
That is correct. When I left Social Security back in December, there were about 57,000 employees for the whole agency. That's to administer benefits for 73 million people. And 10, 11, 12,000 people a day are eligible to file for Social Security. So it's 57,000. So with the new administration that came in, they said, hey, we want to lower that to 50,000. They want to lower it to lower 7,000. So what they did is they offered early out to employees to say, hey, if you have a certain amount of time in with the government, you can leave. And some people have taken that. They haven't replaced the people. So we have less and less people. They want to get down to 50,000 people. What that means is the 50,000 people are left. It might take you longer to get a hold of us. It might take longer time for your claim to be processed. But rest assured, it will be processed. But it could take some time.
Now, when we have taught portions of our information retirement classes, that sort of thing, about Social Security. We said to take up to 3 months, and that sounds like that's kind of what you were saying there, Bob.
Yeah, you can file 3 months before you want your checks to start. Okay, you can't file earlier because the computer won't do it. So 3 months ahead of time, contact us, go online, do it, and then if there's a problem, we'll contact you. If there's not a problem, it's just going to go through, and you're going to get your award letters, and away you go.
Beautiful. Now, let's go to opinion.
Yes.
Someone who's 68 has not yet filed for their benefits. They're kind of hedging, if you will. They're still working. Of course, they don't have to take any cut in their Social Security benefits because they're a full retirement age, or FRA. What's your personal opinion on this? If you've got a gentleman that comes in and would see you, what would you tell them if they're pondering collecting benefits? What are the key points you would make?
Key points is they are receiving delayed retirement credits, and they're paying into Social Security, so their benefit is going up every month. Okay?
Every month?
Every month. It goes up that you wait between actually 62 and 70. Every month you wait, your benefit goes up.
Okay.
What I would tell them to do is, if they can, they need to look at their whole portfolio. They need to look at all their investments, and they need to figure out, hey, do I need Social Security right now? Because that 68-year-old can receive Social Security right now.
Sure.
They can receive. There's no earnings test for somebody who's at age 68. They can get the check. So I would advise them, take a look. Do you want to take the benefit and then invest it, or do you need it? And remember the tax ramifications.
Yeah.
It's death and taxes, the two certainties in life, folks, right? Death and taxes. So you need to keep that in mind. So everybody's different. My personal opinion is, if you can get a check, take it and invest it.
Okay.
But look at the taxes.
So you like the take the amount and reinvest it if you're not going to use it.
Yeah.
What would you say about survivor benefits? Let's say he's got a spouse who would collect on his benefit, and then also his life expectancy. I would add those two in.
Oh, very much so. Very much so. And and work with financial professionals such as yourself, because you need to figure that out. I mean, if you're going to be living until your mid-90s or over 100, you might want to wait until 70.
Yeah. Now, what do you have to say about the Social Security Trust Fund? And we got a question. We'll get to it just in a minute here. The Social Security Trust Fund is due to run out in 2033 right now.
Right.
Do you think that will have any impact on benefits? I don't even know, by the way, if that's fair to ask, but I'm going to put it out there anyway.
Yeah, it is fair to ask. We're talking about solvency. And when I was working for Social Security, our opinion and our position was always, we need to look at it and we need to do something. And my opinion is the same. The quicker we do something, the easier it will be. If we raise the tax a little bit, if we raise the retirement age a little bit, if we tax it differently, if we do little tweaks right now, it would make a world of difference.
Much less painful.
Exactly.
If you do it sooner rather than later.
Right.
We still have time if they refuse to turn it into a political football, which they often do whenever there's any adjustments threatened to be made to Social Security.
Yeah.
Even for the young ones, let's say somebody under 40.
Yeah.
I think it'd be a tremendous way to say, instead of your beginning, if you will, retirement age being 62, what if it were moved to 64?
Right.
For someone who's 40 or younger.
I think they would say, hey, are you saving it for me? Great.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And don't forget that 40-year-old is covered under a disability policy as well through Social Security. So they do have Social Security as well as a death benefit if they have kids.
Now, before we take the question, when was the last time there were major adjustments made to Social Security?
1982, 1983 amendments.
Exactly right.
That's a little bit ago.
Yeah,
actually.
That's when they moved the full retirement age from 65 to 67.
Yeah.
So that's happened before.
Yeah.
All right, Ron, we have a question.
We shall go to Robert in Traverse City. Good morning, Robert.
Good morning, everyone.
Hello.
Good morning.
I have a survivor benefit question. So I recently became full retirement age and started taking my benefit. My wife is 12 years younger than me.
Okay.
And when she retires at full age someday, her retirement benefit would be significantly less than mine. So my understanding is that she has an option to choose my benefit, which would be, much more than hers. So could you confirm that? And then secondly, if I should die before she gets to be full benefit age, would she receive my full benefit, or would it be reduced because she isn't of full benefit age? So that's my question.
Great question, Robert. I mean, that's perfect. When people are married and somebody dies, the widow or widower has the option of taking their own benefit and then taking that until their full retirement age or age 70, and then switching over to the person that died, or vice versa. So, Robert, with you earning the more money and you have a higher benefit, if your wife is 62, she could file on her own retirement right now, or when she's 62, and then save your full widow's benefit when she is age 67.
As long as she doesn't remarry.
Right. Now she can remarry after age 60.
But not before.
But not before 60. So if you're going to get married, you wait until after 60.
Well, this is playing Monopoly now. I mean, do not pass go unless,
That's
you
right.
sneeze
That's
or
right.
whatever.
Yeah.
That's radical.
Yeah.
I
But
don't think I could
yeah.
put those conditions on her.
Yeah.
But to answer your question, you are correct, Robert. She is going to be able to draw on your record the higher benefit, and let's say she can draw at age 60 if you're deceased at that point. So she could do that.
So if she does that, though, if she's not full age, would she receive my full benefit, or would it be reduced because of her age?
It would be reduced because of her age.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay.
Good planning, Robert. Way to go, buddy.
Looks like I'm going to have to stick around a little longer just to make sure you get that benefit.
Preserve
done,
yourself
sir.
well there, young man.
Well done.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much. Appreciate your help.
You're welcome.
So Social Security was started in 1935. The first benefits were paid in 1942. The amount of Social Security tax on an individual when they started this in 1935, do you know what that number is?
I don't know offhand, but it was low.
It was 1 penny for every dollar you earned. So it was 1%,
1%.
up to $100 in pay.
Yeah.
And when they opened it, what did they say? That number will never go up.
Well, that was a miscalculation.
That was, wasn't it?
It's amazing. It's almost 100 years old. Most people would say it's 90 years old right now.
Right.
And, if they make those changes, it's getting a bit old in the tooth, but it'll be able to continue, and let's hope for the best. Now, Ron, before we get into a comment by Beth, we have a couple of text questions, please.
All right, how about, here's just a message. Please remind people there are scammers out there that will claim to be Social Security Administration. Never send money or give out personal info. Okay to make an appointment at your local SSA office, but do not give out money or info over the phone or email.
Great advice.
Right.
Yeah, Social Security's not going to ask for money cards or
Nope.
No, not going to do that. But the scams are there.
Yep. Let's see. We have a young adult child with disabilities. We're fortunate that SSI is not needed. But are you saying the child should apply and then could invest it in the special needs trust, or is that not allowed?
Okay, a child if is disabled before age 22 is eligible for a child's benefit off your record. If you retire or you're disabled, or if you die, a disabled child before age 22 is eligible to file for Social Security off of your record. So, and they can receive that, and I would suggest that they do that and file for benefit. If you're deceased, they get 75% of your benefit. So it's quite a large
if a
benefit.
parent is deceased,
Yes.
then the child would get 75% of
Correct.
the retirement benefit?
Yes.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Boy, the other thing about that is they'd had a separate question about a trust. What was that? It was a
Special
Special needs trust.
that would be in concert with your attorney. in regards to getting a monthly income and setting up that trust so it avoids the spending requirements or asset requirements for that child.
Right. And
if
it
they're
depends,
on
yeah.
Medicaid benefits.
And
yes.
depends on the age of the child and the living arrangements. If you have any questions, call Social Security and say, I've got a disabled child. This is our situation. They might be eligible for SSI.
Yeah.
And we don't want anyone to miss out on any benefits.
Kidding. And that's a great question.
No.
Thank you.
Fabulous
Thank you,
question.
listener, for asking that. Are there any other questions?
Yes. I just turned 61, and thus my full retirement age is 67. During my career, I maxed out my contributions over the 40 credits. I'm thinking I may want to start taking my benefits at age 62. 2 questions. In regards to delaying the start of taking benefits, does the 8% delayed benefits increase timer start at age 62 or age 67?
62, and if you're 62, you're going to have a reduced benefit. So in every month that you wait, your benefit's going to be higher and higher and higher. So it's about 8%
a year.
A year, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
and that's without working. So if you work,
Yeah.
now this is kind of confusing here. Your benefits are based on your 35 years of earnings.
Your highest 35.
Highest 35.
Right.
So if those previous years are dropping off, your benefit can increase. If you're not collecting, your benefit can increase because those years are dropping off and because of inflation impact. Inflation increase that Social Security is going to tack on. So your benefits can increase in 2 ways, even if you're over the age of 62 and still working.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
2 ways.
The other question, same person. I recently began collecting survivor's benefits based on my deceased spouse's earnings. If I continue to collect these death benefits but defer taking my benefits, will my benefits be eligible to accrue at that 8% growth?
Yes, they will. Yeah, it's a great strategy. We call it A versus D, a retirement versus a widow's benefit. And those are the options that a widow or widower has. It's fabulous.
So if your spouse passes away, obviously part of the conversation needs to be with Social Security. What do I do? Where are my benefits? And can I collect my spouse's benefits?
Yep.
My deceased spouse's benefits.
And don't make any rash decisions right away. I mean, when your spouse dies or when anyone dies, you're not thinking too clearly. So just kind of, and get somebody on your side and says, are you thinking this correctly? So, yeah.
So Bob, can we take that to another step for the divorced person? If they've been married for more than 10 years,
yes,
then we come into this survivor benefit versus worker benefit, correct?
That is correct. But for survivor benefits, married more than 10 years, if the person's deceased, you can file on their record as long as you're age 60 and over.
Okay.
You can file on their record. Let's say you have 2 marriages and both of them were more than 10 years.
Yes.
And they're both deceased. Well, it's like you're a black widow or something. It's like you could go.
Choose?
You could choose. You could go on the first gentleman that you might not have liked as much, and then switch to the other one when you're full retirement age, and no reduction. That's you have a lot of options.
Yeah, if
That's
you decide
pretty
to remarry, you might want to have a thorough vetting process.
Yes.
If you will.
What is your Social Security benefit?
That's right. It's I mean, if you're 40 years old, you're like going, I get married or whatever, fine. But if you're close, you might want to hold off.
If you're 58, you might want to check into it.
You might want to hold off.
Tell me about your work record, and was it recorded on Social Security there?
Dating with Dennis.
Dating with your financial advisor in tow.
Right. Well, we laugh about it, but it is important.
It
is.
It can make a big difference.
A big
As you were
difference.
talking there, Bob, I was thinking the maximum benefit at age 62 now is really up there. The maximum benefit for
the full retirement age, if they're right now, their maximum Social Security benefit, if they're a full retirement age right now, it's $4,018.
$4,018.
So if they're 66 and 6 months, whatever it is, their full retirement age right now, and they filed and they've paid maximum all these years. It's going to be
35 years.
For 35 years, it's going to be $4,018.
Wow.
That's a nice benefit.
It is.
It is.
And age,
And they worked for it.
And at age
They did.
70, the maximum benefit looks like it's over 5,000. Is that 5180?
Yes.
That's a huge number. That's why it's important. Ron, we have a question, do we?
Along the same lines, if my spouse has died and I can collect her benefit at age 60, when should I apply to do this? I've not remarried.
About 3 months before you're 60, you can file for that benefit. And at that time, we're going to say, okay, you can get a reduced widower's benefit or widow's benefit. And then we'll probably go over, hey, at 62, you can get this on your own, might want to wait. All depends on your financial situation. Some people can wait, some people can't.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great advice. Yes, we do have a phone call, too, and then we'll hit Beth's info.
All right, Todd's on the line in Traverse City. Good morning, Todd.
Good morning. I've actually got two questions. Bob, the first question is, I'm 61 and roughly a half, 61, almost 62. I've started getting these Social Security statements the last couple of years, and I hadn't received one for quite a while before. Is there a reason why they're sending them? Is it because I'm approaching?
Yes, Todd, it's because you're over age 60.
Okay.
So
okay.
now, Todd, do you have a My Social Security account yet?
No, not yet.
Okay. If you do have a My Social Security account, you can get yours online. Like I have one myself. But if you don't have one, if you're over age 60, we're going to mail it to you. So, And that's what we've done, Todd. So, yeah, very good.
And that's kind of what I was wondering, is just because, is somebody doing something on my account maybe, and this is what I'm getting sent to them?
No. We used to send that out to everybody. I mean, years ago,
Right.
everybody used to get one, and we really kind of liked it because people could check their earnings, and we want you to check your earnings. In fact, my wife, she checked her earnings, and there was a year that was missing, and we were able to get that rectified in about 2 weeks. It's like, send a W-2 in, and boom, we're all fixed.
It's great.
It's good to check. It's
Yep.
good to check. So good
Okay.
job, Todd.
The second question is, on this Social Security statement, it says, a benefit statement, it says that if you keep making this certain amount of money that you've been making, here's your projected benefits.
Right.
Now, this is a question maybe you don't get too often. Could I prepay the amount, if I want to get to the 67 level, can I prepay the amount that I'd have to pay and my employer would have to match to start getting a higher benefit?
It's a great question, Todd, but no, you cannot prepay.
Okay.
Great idea.
It's a
but
great
sorry.
idea. Yeah, but it's
That is a great question.
Pay
I've
in
never
and,
heard that before.
Because I tell you, if it was allowable, I'd probably do that.
No
well,
kidding.
actually, we've seen that a lot of people, if they not insured, they haven't worked 10 years, and say, hey, can I just pay extra to get insured? So that's where I've seen that, Todd. So, but yeah, you're thinking.
All right.
Good.
All right.
Appreciate it. Good stuff.
All right, thank you.
Great
Thanks,
questions. All right, Beth, you've got a disclosure to read because Bob is our guest here today.
Yeah, and we want to be able to air this, right?
Yes, you
On
betcha.
Our podcast. So, Bob Simpson is not affiliated with Prout Financial Design or LPL Financial. You are under no obligation to use the services of any of the entities referred and may choose to use any qualified professional to provide tax, CPA, legal, or trust services. These entities and their services are not affiliated with LPL Financial and Prout Financial Design.
I was just showing Ron the flyer we got from Project Feed the Kids yesterday. As a staff, we went over and volunteered there. And we're going to have some more conversations about the work that they're doing. They're providing 24/7. Their coolers are open. And the number of meals that they're doing per week, what was that number, Heidi? It was...
I just remember that they've reached their 500,000 mark in
Yeah.
the number of meals over the years that they have
I think
distributed.
they're at over 3,000 meals a week that they provide, which is absolutely phenomenal.
3,000 meals a weekend. They provide meals on the weekends because often a lot of these kids are not fed because they're not in school. So their operation there was amazing. We spent a little over an hour there moving stuff around, and it was incredible, their space. So anyway, we want to highlight them in future shows here and there. And we're going to continue. We intend to continue the conversation with the folks over there too, to try to highlight the work that they're doing, which we found just it was incredible to see. So anyway, lots of news about that we'll get to, but let's go first in the stats, Beth, and then we'll cover the rest of the info with Bob.
The tariff storm has investors running for shelter in the only spot they could find, gold. While the U.S. dollar, bonds, and stocks have all struggled, gold is picking up the slack and has reached a new all-time high Wednesday. The precious metal surged to more than $3,300 an ounce for the first time ever. And while uncertainty may not be the best news for the stocks, gold is shining.
It's incredible, the move in gold. It surprised everyone, and that's often what happens with price appreciation in any given asset. No one really predicted it, or the prediction was so old, it's, dog-eared, if you will, and then finally gold's soaring. It's up about 50%, I think, at least in the last year.
Incredible.
Is there another one, Beth, as well?
There is, yeah. J.P. Morgan CEO Jamie Dimon urged the U.S. to roll back some of its mortgage regulations. In terms of mortgages, reducing unnecessary regulations could decrease home ownership costs, Dimon wrote in his annual shareholder letter. The big banks have started to feel the heat from the slowing mortgage demand. J.P. Morgan's mortgage volume fell by more than $3 billion, or 25% in Q1 of this year. Wells Fargo mortgage volume fell from just under $5 billion in Q4 of last year to $4.4 billion in Q1 of 2025.
That's interesting because what's happened in California with those huge fires, they're looking at removing a lot of those regulations for building new homes out there. And that regulation change, if you will, seems to be really moving to be highlighted here with the help of Jamie Dimon in regards to the mortgage market. What a great idea. Cut the cost and hopefully increase applications. We'll take it.
By the way, your gold, just checked on this, up 1 year ago, just under 40% increase in 1 year. Yeah. Look at that.
So
Very
what
nice.
was can you highlight what the price was there, Ron?
Here
Price.
Wow.
The price was about $2,400. If you go to the low there, I think it was closer to 2,000.
Back over here. Well, let's see. The low is going to be right there.
Yeah, about 2,200 or so. So 22 to 33. Wow. Yeah, almost 50%. Amazing. Incredible. Yep. I remember seeing it when it was $300 and $400 an ounce. It seemed like it was at the turn of the century there, 2000, 2005, somewhere.
In 5 years, it's gone up 95%.
Yeah.
That's
So
pretty,
we'll
pretty
call
good.
it a good 100%. Yeah, that's a nice rate of return.
Pretty good return.
It's about 20% a year. Yeah, it's eclipsed rather the market's rates of return. Gold. I'm not sure about silver, but silver is in the $32 to $33 range right now per ounce. So next, Bob, we've got a couple of other questions here before we go away. The windfall elimination provision, that got changed with the new Trump administration. Tell us more about that.
Actually, it was signed.
That was in the Biden
Biden
administration.
signed that. It was right in January, and they said we're going to go back a year. So people who worked and did not pay into Social Security, their Social Security was affected by their pension that they were receiving.
So, Bob, that was a lot of some government or county employees, things like that.
Like state troopers. And Michigan state troopers didn't pay in. A lot of firemen did not pay in. Some teachers did not pay in. So if you did not pay into Social Security, but you are insured for Social Security, you need to contact Social Security. There might be a benefit there for you if you haven't filed.
So that wouldn't be an automatic increase.
It's automatic if you're receiving a retirement benefit right now. Let's say you've worked and you're covered under windfall elimination provision.
Sure.
And your benefit is being reduced. Then what happened is with this legislation, so we went back and said, hey, we need to pay you the full amount. And that's what they've done.
But there's people who didn't apply to Social Security
Exactly.
Because they didn't think they'd get any benefit at all.
Right. So the bottom line is, if you go to the socialsecurity.gov website, there is a section that talks about that. And you can go and look. give Social Security a call and say, hey, I was a teacher where I didn't pay into Social Security, or I was a state policeman, I didn't pay in. Is there a benefit for me?
Excellent. And they should be able to tell you. Now, would you want to go to the local office to get that determination?
You would want to call. You want to call whenever you do that, because you don't want to just walk in, because, there's the local offices. I know in Traverse City, we see 80 to 100 people a day.
Wow.
I mean, we've full appointments. I mean, they're working very, very hard. So you really don't just want to walk in and say, hey, I want to be served. I'm here. Right. It'd be great if we could, but we can't. But give us a call and say, hey, what about this? And Social Security will make an appointment for you.
Okay.
Either come in or do it over the phone.
Okay. Very good.
Yeah.
And that phone number again, Bob?
800-772-1213.
1213. 772-1213.
Right.
1213. Great. All right. Then there was another question, too. We had talked about the archaic computer system.
Yes.
Using COBOL.
Yeah. There's a lot of systems that are still using COBOL.
Including the IRS, I think.
Yeah. Right. But Social Security, I mean, you'll listen to like I said, Social Security's in the news every hour on the hour. They're talking about it. When you're listening to it, they talked about the other day, well, hey, Social Security has people that are 150 years old and they're still alive on the Social Security's record. That could be true. Are they drawing benefits? No. But we have a computer system. Like Dennis, you said Social Security started in 1935.
Yes.
Well, in 1935, they needed to register everybody. So let's say someone was born in 1900, 35 years old, they needed a Social Security number. Well, we're not going to go back and say, oh, that person died in 1938. It takes money and resources to do that. But Social Security has some old computers that do need to be upgraded. There's no doubt about it, but it takes resources to do it.
Okay.
So we urge resources to do it. We want to be modernized. No doubt about it. We need efficiencies. We want efficiencies. Time and money.
Yeah. All right. Good point. We'll see. So if you're going to file for benefits, give it about 3 months.
3 months before, right.
Think clearly about collecting benefits.
Yes.
Seek counsel from a financial advisor and Social Security in regards to those questions.
Right.
When do I collect, and what would be my benefit, and how much will it increase by even?
Social Security will be able to tell you what the amounts are.
Nice.
Social Security, they're not going to tell you what to do. That's
Sure.
where you need to talk with counselors, family,
Yes.
figure out your situation.
Yeah.
You come up with that decision.
Yeah. Excellent.
Quick text question.
Yes.
Listeners in Tucson, I assume Arizona.
Probably.
My wife and I are on Social Security. We're both on Social Security. The account that we use for Social Security direct deposit is in my wife's name. If we want to add me to her account, do I need to visit a Social Security office?
If you say that again,
let's see. So the direct deposit for both of them, it sounds like, goes into her account.
Okay.
Or that might be a banking thing. He wants
it's
to
a
add
banking thing.
He wants to add his name to her account. That'd be their bank.
It's a banking. You call your bank and say, "Hey, make sure I'm on there."
No.
Yeah, go to the bank, not Social Security.
Right.
Do we have time here? Do we have 30 seconds, Ron? Okay, if you want a great booklet, we talked about this before the show, Understanding the Benefits from Social Security. We each have a copy of this here.
Yeah. You can go to the Social Security website, and then there's a little search box. You can say Understanding the Benefits, and it'll pull up a PDF file.
And
or you can order them. You can order all the supplies. That's how I got these. I was at
called
home
this
and I said, hey, I need some of these. Boom.
Yeah. Sorry, I want to get this in. You called this the best material, in succinct material from Social Security of any.
Yes.
Understanding the Benefits. It's very thorough. Excellent. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Bob. All right.
You want to tackle one more? We have
One
about
more?
a minute.
Let's do that. Good.
My wife and I are both nearing 62. Can she collect her benefit at 62 while I hold off till 67? Then if I die before her, can she collect at my higher rate?
Yes.
Did we have one like that?
Yes.
A similar question.
Yes, you can do that. That's a great strategy. She can file at 62. It's not going to affect your benefits. You keep going till you're 67. But then if you die before her, she's going to have a higher benefit on her record.
Yeah, because
good
in this
strategy.
case, we're calling it him. He decided
Yeah.
to wait.
Yeah.
So there's not only your own benefit, but it's a death benefit to consider. Is my spouse
Yes.
going to be able to collect on mine? And that may be another reason to wait to collect on your own.
A lot of variables.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
All
a
right.
husband and wife, just because one does it at a certain age, doesn't mean the other one has to
No.
use those different strategies to get the best result for
Right.
their situation.
Alrighty, welcome aboard, or not welcome aboard, but thank you all. Dennis Prout, Heidi Cartwright, Beth Shire from Prout Financial Design, special guest Bob Simpson, formerly of Social Security Administration. Thank you all.